We often take for granted how many of the things we enjoy every day get to our kitchen tables. I, for one, will never take a bowl of honey for granted again. My extended family and I joined forces to harvest the honey from the hives in our neighborhood. Donning our protective gear, we began what would turn out to be a much more arduous process than I had ever anticipated. The first phase of the operation is smoking out the bees. Burning pine needles and special scented woods drives the bees en masse from their homes. Of course, the bees aren't exactly fans of this process, hence our cool outfits. Next, we open up the hives and remove the trays of honeycomb. Each piece of honeycomb then has to be uncapped. This involves taking a heat knife and running it carefully down the edge of the honeycomb, cutting off just enough for the wax to allow the honey to escape. While this process is quite messy, it has the benefit of being a delicious mess, easily cleaned up by licking your fingers. Each of us took a turn on the heat knife until we had uncapped several pieces of honeycomb. The pieces are then placed into a spinner and cranked for several minutes. The force of the spinning causes the honey to fly out of the comb and collect in the bottom of the barrel. After the barrel fills up, we drain it into a larger bucket, accumulating more and more honey. At the end of the day, we had collected a record 20 pounds of honey. We even managed to use the wax to make candles and lip balms. The bees also produce a substance known as propolis, which they use to reinforce the structural stability of the hive, reduce vibrations, and make the hive more defensible. We use it for its many fantastic health properties. Propolis can be used for the relief of various conditions, including inflammations, viral diseases, ulcers, and superficial burns. Propolis also promotes heart health, strengthens the immune system, and reduces the chances of cataracts. You can also use a piece of propolis kept in the mouth as a remedy for a sore throat. The empty honeycomb is placed back into the hives, which gives the bees a jumpstart on next year's production, as they don't have to spend time building honeycomb from scratch. Of course, harvesting is only the first part. There is a ton of things to do with 20 pounds of honey, the best of which was the honey chips and honey cookies we made that day. The honey was also entered in the Maryland State Fair, where it took first place. So next time you're in the grocery store and you reach for a jar of honey, look and see if it's King James honey, because there's a pretty good chance I helped harvest that honey. So you better enjoy it.
Now my fur has turned to skin, and I've been quickly ushered in to a world that I confess I do not know. But I still dream of running careless through the snow, and through the howling winds that blow across the ancient distant flow.